Good evening, everyone. This is Danny from Three Kingdoms Games here, and we're going to be playing some Arena tonight. And today, what we're going to be playing is what's called Bant Flash. So let's take a look at this deck. This deck actually is comprised of many different flash cards or cards that I can cast at instant speed. So amongst them, obviously, we have some Dream Eaters. Okay, so we have 3 Dream Eaters in here for the late game. We have Angel of Graces. I have 2 of them in this deck. It allows me to flash in a 5/4 Angel, and it basically, it allows me to, save the game when I flash this card in, because if any damage that's dealt to me that reduces my health to less than 1, it changes it to 1. So basically, it brings me back to life. So when I flash this in, as long as I have 5 mana up, Angel of Grace can save the game. I also have Frilled Mystic in here as a counter spell. I think this is a really underrated card. I love this card. It allows me to counter a spell as well as play a creature, have a counter spell on a body. Absorbs allow me to counter spells as well as gain life. So this card is especially good against the mono red deck out there. By the way, just so everyone knows, I hate mono red. I think mono red's actually going to kill standard because everybody's going to be playing it. I guarantee you, in the next GP or the next Pro Tour for Standard, there's going to be a ton of mono red decks out there, and it's just because it's just fast, right? It's very easy to kill somebody with that mono red deck. But anyway, I digress. So let's get back to this deck. So we have some Growth Spirals in here to help us ramp into some of our bigger spells. Quench for some quick counter spells, and then also Blink of an Eyes and Ops to allow me to cycle through my cards and for card draw. I think this deck is pretty fun to play. The key here is to play cards on your opponent's turn. Obviously, playing cards on your turn, is detrimental to you because you want to have mana up to do a bunch of different things, whether it's blinking an opponent's permanent, or whether it's countering their spell, or it's doing something, for card draw. Like all of that you should be doing on your opponent's turn. There is, with one exception, the only card that you should only cast on your turn is Teferi. I thought about having a card that allows me to cast my Planeswalkers as if I had Flash. I think the card is called Wrath. I think the card's called Wrath, and it's a creature that allows me to cast historic spells, legendary spells at flash speed. Sorry, at instant speed. So, but I just figured. That body is fairly small. I think its toughness is only 2, so it could get removed fairly quickly, and it would take up slots in the deck. So I think this works right now as is. The only problem is the ability to get Teferi down the board on your opponent's turn. Sorry, on your turn, leaving enough mana to do other stuff on your opponent's turn. But let's try this out and see how it goes. Okay, let's play. Now, I've played this deck many times over the past day or two, and the number of mono red decks out there is insane. I don't understand why, going from a standard format that was fairly, diverse, now down to so many people playing this deck, playing the mono red deck. I think I'm going to keep this hand. I have Growth Spiral to help me draw cards. I have my white and my blue sources to kind of cast Blink of an Eye. I do need to find a green source for my Growth Spirals, but I think so far, and I'm going first. I always want to go first because I'm extremely scared of the red deck. So I'll keep this and see if we can draw a green source. Play this tapped. Pass turn. Now, playing this deck is very much akin to playing like a counters deck. The typical draw, go, type of mentality. But there's a lot more interaction, I think, in this deck than just a straight up counters deck. I'm going to play Hinterland Harbor. I'm going to pass turn, and I'll cast Growth Spiral on their end step. I love Growth Spiral because it allows me to get ahead on lands fairly quickly. I'm going to play my island, and let's pass the turn, and then we can opt on their end step. What's he gonna cast? Sky Knight Legionnaire. Okay, resolves. And when he attacks, I'll just blink it, and I'll kick it to draw a card. Let's hope we draw land. We do. Oh, very nice. Yeah, so let's play Hinterland Harbor. Let's play Teferi, draw a card, and then we'll have Blink of an Eye to blink the Sky Knight Legionnaire back into our opponent's hand. Our opponent's in the tank. I don't know what he's thinking about. I think he's a little bit worried about recasting the Sky Knight Legionnaire. But what can he cast with 4 mana? I mean, he could cast like a Phoenix, maybe. No, he's going to cast the Legionnaire again, and that's fine because we're just going to blink it when he attacks. He's going to attack the Teferi, of course, and we're going to blink. Playing against this deck, I feel like the opponent is very frustrated because they can't really do anything. I mean, they try to cast something and attack, and they can't. And it's great because now we have an absorb. Let's put Sun Petal Grove, and let's draw a card. Great, we have 2 absorbs. You know what? I'm going to cast Opt on my turn because Teferi is going to. That's even better. Wow. So I have 3 counter spells. I'm going to untap my island, and let's see what our opponent does. I think it's pretty much game from here on out. I mean, I don't think there's anything our opponent can do. So let's absorb, gain some life. Our turn. I'm going to play Hollowed Fountain. Draw a card. Oh, great. And let's pass the turn. I guess I could have done a Growth Spiral on my main step because Teferi was going to untap 2 lands anyway. Tajik. Let's. What am I going to do with this guy? Let's let him resolve. Yeah, let's let him resolve and see what our opponent does. Because I can always cast Dream Eater to bounce him, right? I can always settle as well. No, let's cast Dream Eater. Let's bounce the card. It also sets up our deck for the next 4 turns as well, because of the Surveil on Dream Eater. I don't understand why he gave him first strike, but okay. I'm gonna bounce you. So let's get rid of the lands. I think I'm going to put Frilled Mystic up on top. It's never bad to have another settle. He probably thought I was going to block with him, with my Dream Eater. But nope, that goes back into your hand, buddy. Yeah, I mean, the game's pretty much over. I'm controlling the tempo. I'm controlling what he or she is able to cast. There's really nothing that this person can do against me right now. I mean, he may cast like something that's not counterable, but you know, like Banefire, but you know, I don't think there's anything this person can do. I might even just cast Growth Spiral. I'm going to cast Growth Spiral because Teferi is going to be able to untap 2 lands anyway. Oh, that's great. The second Teferi. Let's attack. And then we should pass the turn. And then Teferi is going to untap 2 lands, and next turn we're definitely going to ultimate Teferi, and then we can always recast Teferi as well, but we're definitely going to ultimate Teferi, unless he has like a direct damage spell against Teferi. Again, remember guys, the key to playing this deck is playing everything, almost everything, on your opponent's end step, or on your opponent's turn. Heroic Reinforcements. Nope. Gonna cancel that. Gonna counter that spell. And this is weird. I play Frill Mystic, and I thought that you know it would automatically counter the spell, but apparently not. Apparently you have to tell Arena that you know that's something that you want to do. And our opponent scoops it up. So, I mean, the key again for this deck is to be able to stifle your opponent, to not let them do anything that they want. It's very much like a counter, like a counter deck, but it has a lot of creatures in it. Dream Eaters. It has the Frill Mystics. I love that card, and it has Teferi as a great finisher as well. So that is Bant Flash. Please, if you like watching these videos, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you want to get notified, hit that little bell icon to get notified of additional videos that come your way. And if you're by any of our 2 locations in Markham or in Toronto, please come and visit us. All right, this is Danny from 3 Kingdoms Games signing off.